Thank you, Ariel, for suggesting this video's content. Subscribe to Ariel's channel for a pretty awesome perspective on many topics. Peace out.
Man.
Duh! What did you just say?
Hey everybody, Roger here. I hope you guys are all having a great day. I want to talk to you guys today about a couple of things, just not really going over like the specifics of these cases that I'm going to be talking about, of these issues, but I'm going to kind of go over where I'm at mentally with all of this. So, I don't know if you guys have heard about Jessica Yaniv. I think his name is Jonathan Yaniv. He's in the British Columbia area, I believe. And he was the guy, and I'm not going to call him a girl. He was the guy that wanted all these estheticians, about a dozen, maybe 20 of them, to wax his junk.
Hand off my dick, buddy!
And these women, a lot of them are actually, a couple of them were foreigners, implants into BC, and their religion is prevents them from, touching another man. And this guy's like, no, this is, I'm going to go ahead and sue you guys. This is discrimination. This is homophobia or transphobia. Transphobia is not a homosexual. And going all crazy. Or maybe he has a weird story. There's some revealing texts where he supposedly is a racist, and I've read some of the texts. I don't like this guy, but he is right on some things, on some of the texts that he made. Again, there's a lot of them where, there's one he says, I really hate Asian people, I can't stand Asians or something, and then there's these other ones where it's like, maybe they had on their hijab too tight or whatever. That's not racist. That's a joke. Who cares? It's like, you could say, Roger, you forgot to put on your sombrero today. I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't care. It's a joke. It's not racist. You don't hate me. You don't like me. You're probably not impartial to me or whatever, or none or all the above. It doesn't matter. Take a joke. Let's go back to just being funny, make fun of each other without everybody getting offended. There are worse things in the world that happen. However, going back to Jessica, there's some of those tweets that she made and also text messages that she made were, I would say, they teeter on the racist side, especially the connection between her and trying to sue some of these people who, of certain religious backgrounds. It sounds like she was targeting, on purpose, targeting these estheticians for their religious practices, for the type of people that they are, for their ethnicity, for their background, etc. It sounds like she was doing that. And she lost all her cases, or she lost them, and I believe she has to pay 4 or 5 of these estheticians 2,000, I believe, US dollars. It translates to about roughly 2,000 US. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. And also, one other thing, Jonathan, I'm going to call him Jonathan from here on out. It's not Jessica Yaniv, it's Jonathan Yaniv.
Man.
Duh! What did you just say?
Jonathan apparently claimed that he was a manager of a band, a famous Canadian band, I believe, or I don't know what band it is, like Canelli's or some shit like that. And this girl was like in awe about it. And this young girl, he was texting back and forth about, hey, what do I do if or he befriended her because of that band connection. Later on, we find out he was just a Facebook moderator, I believe. And again, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think the specifics here really matter. But then this girl, she started getting all these text messages because he kept saying, oh, we can meet them and I'll introduce you to them, yada, 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 or whatever. And this girl, she kept in touch with this guy for that, with Jessica for that. And then he would consistently send her text messages saying, hey, what if I'm in a bathroom stall and a girl next to me needs a tampon, or if I need a tampon, and yada, yada, yada. what do I do? And she's like, well, I guess you asked for one. I'm pretty sure she was freaked out, like, what is this grown man telling me? Why, you know, he has a freaking cock, for God's sakes.
I'm really a man.
You know, he doesn't need no freaking tampon. Okay, so anyways, I don't want to get any further with Jessica Yaniv, but you get the kind of person that this asshole is. It's probably racist a little bit, or at least judgmental to some people. I'm not going to go so far as to accuse somebody of racist, because that word is used so loosely today. It's like you might as well just say the word and whatever. But I also want to get into, I think Always, they used to have like a female logo on their Always or Carefree, I can't remember. Speaking of which, when I was younger, my best friends and I, we made up this line, and we just would repeat it to ourselves when we got really mad at something, just to make ourselves laugh. It was called, "You can always depend on me to stay free." Anyways, just thought I'd share that. It's so stupid.
God, Karen, you are so stupid.
Anyways, so one of these tampon companies decides to remove like a feminine logo from their tampon boxes. Because they want to include women who don't have vaginas, which is basically men with penises. Okay, we have that. We have the Kellogg's coming out with like the gay rainbow flag cereal box with it's just I guess it's an array of rainbows.
Guys, it finally happened. I got my hands on the all-together cereal. Ooh. Let's talk about it. So obviously Kellogg's partnered with GLAAD.org, which is GLAAD for those of you wondering, to make the cereal to help try and get people to pledge to stand up against bullying for the LGBTQ community. This is so cool because it's essentially saying, hey, no matter who you are, what you love or where you're from,
if you eat this shit, you will get
type 2 adult onset diabetes.
So yeah, go ahead, market the fuck out of this shit. I don't eat crap like that. If you want to have like a box full of sugar, all color-coded, fine by me. Anyways, you see all this grandstanding with all these people, and I think the biggest one of them all, even bigger than Jessica Yaniv, the Jessica Yaniv case, is this. There is a dad, I believe in Texas, who lost a battle with his wife regarding their 7 or 8-year-old son, a young kid. She wants the boy to be transitioning physically to a girl, to a little girl. The dad's like, no, he is a boy. The mom is like, no, he likes the movie Frozen. So that's not the only reason, but that was one of the reasons. He likes the movie Frozen, so I know that he's gay, or that he thinks he's a girl. And so the dad lost. The dad lost this case, I believe in. And where I'm going with all this is this, us gay people, us people in the LGBTQπ community, we have enough rights. I believe 5 or 6 years ago, right to marry in the majority of states, among other things, we are equals amongst our straight counterparts. We should not be forcing all this shit on them, including Drag Queen Story Hour, where every now and again we keep finding all of these drag queens who actually have molested kids. I mean,
the game's most divisive competitors, though, transgender athlete Laurel Hubbard.
According to current research, pedophilia is an unchangeable sexual orientation.
Sexual orientation. Sexual orientation.
Just like, for example, heterosexuality.
I'm so confused.
Censor this, Bob.
Granted, you can use this argument as well, where, you know, yeah, are you going to stop going to Costco because you find out that one of the employees in like one of the Phoenix, Arizona stores raped a girl? No, you're not. That's a whole side issue. I guess same thing with this drag queen stuff. You know, you're not hearing it en masse that there's a lot of drag queens out there raping or molesting little kids. You hear about the few and far betweeners, and I guess we can look at it that way. But at the same time, it seems like we're stretching it, especially when it comes down to this kid being allowed, because of the mother, not the father, to change his sexual identity physically, to get a sex change, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that again, people. I've only briefly read that, but I guess I'm bringing all of these scenarios up because me as a former LGBTQπ community and all the other people who are currently LGBTQπ community, we are overstepping. We are asking for special privilege. We are trying to push our agendas into people's lives. Oh, and one other thing, while I'm thinking of the gay thing, you know, Ellen DeGeneres, sure, you know, you sat next to George W. Maybe you're friends, maybe he was there by coincidence, I don't know. But when you made that tweet and you said, oh, you know, we should all get along, we all have differences.
I'm friends with George Bush. In fact, I'm friends with a lot of people who don't share the same beliefs that I have. We're all different, and I think that we've forgotten that that's okay, that we're all different. But just because I don't agree with someone on everything doesn't mean that I'm not going to be friends with them. When I say be kind to one another, I don't mean only the people that think the same way that you do. I mean be kind to everyone. Doesn't matter.
Wasn't it you that actually said you would never give Trump a platform on your show?
Would you have him on your show?
Definitely. I mean, I would not say no to the sitting president of the United States.
Really?
Absolutely not. Would you?
Yeah.
You would? Yeah.
He is who he is, and he has enough attention, and he has his Twitter account, and he has ways to get his message across. There's nothing I'm going to say to him that's going to change him, and I don't want to give him a platform because it validates him. And for me to have someone on the show, I have to at least admire them in some way, and I can't have someone that I feel is not only dangerous for the country and for me personally as a gay woman, but as to the world. He's dividing all of us.
Shut the fuck up. If you like hypocrisy, that's just about got to be it. She might as well. I wonder if she was looking in the fucking mirror when she said that one. In all reality, she should learn to shut the fuck up.
I'm probably wrong about so many things in this video. But overall, my point here is this. Let's stop trying to be the enemy of everyone. Let's stop trying to be the enemy of white cis men. Oh my God. That you guys' argument is so fucking pathetic. Fucking pathetic. I really hate that. Why do you have to really hit hard on men because they're straight, or white men in general? It really pisses me off. As a minority, I look at what you guys are doing with other minorities, both in the LGBTQπ community and amongst my, you know, Hispanic, Mexican, Puerto Rican / whatever else background. I'm embarrassed for us because we are basically seeking low-hanging fruit, trying to make big issues out of it, feeling the victim. We are acting the victim on everything. We're the most privileged people in the world of about, what, almost 8 billion people? 7.5 billion, I believe. When we're in this moment right now, in America, 320 million, 315, 320 million. God, we are 0.0000001 of all the people in existence, and probably even of today. who have so much privilege that we have nothing to frickin' argue about. We have companies catering to us, like, oh, we'll remove the logo because it's not inclusive. Oh, you know, we have these politicians who are all your left-leaning politicians who are pandering to all these Democrats, saying, oh, you know, I identify as this, and this. Well, you know what? I identify as human and American. You know, who the fuck cares about all these other pronouns? It's so freaking retarded. And go ahead and report my video. I don't give a shit. You know, if you guys want to take my words out of context, if there's anybody on here who takes my words out of context, go ahead. I really don't care. You know, it's there's so much censorship going on. The issue that we're having today is we're not debating these ideas. We're censoring, and that's the whole freaking problem here. Stop trying to shut the mouth of people you can't win against. Start having a good foundation for your ideals, whether you're on, you know, the LGBTQπ community that wants everything handed to you and wants to have special privileges instead of equal rights. Claim your argument. If you're a BLM person and you believe all black people deserve reparations, make a case for it. Don't just argue about it. If you're a Mexican, an illegal Mexican, and you want to have amnesty because we did not follow our laws, our immigration laws, make a case for it. Don't just try to censor all of us people, everybody else, including straight cis men. God, it's so annoying. I'm rambling, but overall, I'm getting to this. Let's stop disconnecting from one another. Let's start being, you know, let's start uniting and stop with all these special privileges and asking for all these special privileges. We're better than this. Anyways, what are you guys' thoughts on all this? Jessica Yaniv, I'm glad she lost. I really hope that they change the case in favor of the father asking for, you know, to leave his son a son. I just basically want there to be less interference. Those kids are. This kid is too young to have a sex operation or anything like that. He's got to grow up and I mean, you see the suicide rate in regards to a lot of trans people. A lot of them even regret doing it, especially if they've done it at an early age, in their teen years or early 20s or whatever. Let them have a life. You guys should all have a life. This mother is too controlling. I don't know what planet she's on. I think she's related to Elizabeth Warren or Hillary Clinton. Who knows? But let's just all these supposed protected class people, stop it. Just because somebody calls you a protected class doesn't mean you have to accept that. I don't accept it. I never have. Well, again, when I was in my early 20s, yes, I did. I think as I've aged, it's changed. I don't want to be a victim. I want to be somebody who moves past this. I don't want to take the rights away from somebody if they don't want to serve me. I don't want to take the rights away from a religion if they don't want me to be married because it's their customs. Nobody should have to be forced to do anything like that. Let's start being equals. We already are. Stop abusing it. There's no reason to have Pride Month anymore. There's no reason for any of this shit. Anything that has to do with race and whatever. Let's just start working together and be united. Again, this stupid ass video, and that's not even an answer to what I was talking about earlier. But what are you guys' thoughts on all these cases? Are you like me? Do you think that the LGBTQπ community is overstepping its boundaries in regards to all these things? The courts are allowing it. The courts are favoring it. It's getting ridiculous, and yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, like, hate, subscribe, unsubscribe, share, don't share. I do love it all. Peace out.
I know who has diabetes. I know who has diabetes. I know who has diabetes.
Really?